Hi, I'm Robert. This is my first time to make a Unity video tutorial by Speak English. It's a very interesting challenge for me. Okay, let's get started. No matter what kind of game you're developing, coding the function of the camera is always complicated and annoying until we have Cinemachine. What is Cinemachine? Cinemachine is a camera system can help you create your dreaming camera in Unity. In this video, I will show you how to use Cinemachine to create different types of cameras. Let's open Unity Hub and create a project with Unity 2020.3. Now we have an empty project. Click on the window, then the package manager, and switch to the Unity registry. In the search bar, we search Cinemachine and click Install. After the installation is complete, in the Project tab, Cinemachine package can be found under the Package folder. Before we start playing with Cinemachine, I want to download some assets. What am I going to download is the Aiden character package. If you can't download it now, you can also use other character package. We can find a lot of free character assets in Unity Store. Now we have Cinemachine and Aiden. Okay, let's play with Cinemachine. Click Cinemachine on the menu. There are many types of camera here. Let's go to the first one, create a virtual camera. So, what is virtual camera? First, the virtual camera is not a real camera, but it can control the real camera. Second, it decides the real camera how to follow and aim the target. I think Cinemachine is designed around these two core keywords. Please remember follow and aim. Okay, back to Unity, there is a Cinemachine Virtual Camera 1. When the virtual camera was created, we noticed that the main camera has changed and a Cinemachine icon appears on his right. Select the main camera, we find a Cinemachine brain component attached to it. We may create a lot of virtual camera for this real camera. For now, consider the Cinemachine brain as the manager of the virtual cameras. Double-click the main camera and try to move our main camera. You will find you can't move it or rotate it anymore because the main camera has controlled by a virtual camera. So, if you want to move the camera, just move the virtual camera directly. Let's look at the Cinemachine virtual camera component. Obviously, we will find that there are two warnings icons here because we have not set two key elements for the virtual camera, which is what to follow and what to aim. Now, suppose you are a film director, you need stage, you need a protagonist, you control the camera. We have Aiden for the protagonist, but we don't have a stage. So I want to download a landscape scene asset. I found a free mass scene. Let's download it. Okay, let's go to mass. Find the mass landscape scene and drag it into the hierarchy panel. What we need is terrain and lighting game object, so drag them into the sample scene. Then remove the mass landscape scene. Delete the direct light. Our scene becomes more similar to real mass. Now we have protagonist and our stage. Let's have fun with virtual camera. The story I want to tell is that a robot walks alone on Mars. We use several virtual cameras to shoot it from different angles. The first thing is I want Aiden to walk forward, but the ground is not flat, so let's brush the ground flat. Select terrain, we will use the set height brush to make a flat ground. Set height value to 8, then brush on the terrain. Now we have a flat ground. Back to Aiden, put him on the ground. I don't want to see the area mud under his feet, so we disable his mesh window component. Now it's time for Aiden to walk. Select Aiden in the animator component. He needs a controller. Let's find the Aiden animator controller and drag it into the controller field. Okay, let's go to play mode. Wow, a lowly robot walking on the Mars. It's really cool. Now it's time for virtual camera to come on stage and shoot Aiden professionally. In this clip of Aiden walking on Mars, I want to shoot a close shoot, a medium shoot, and a long shoot. Okay, back to Unity and change the layout. I want to see the scene and the game window at the same time. We already have the first virtual camera. Let's change its name to the close shoot. Then we create a second virtual camera, name medium shoot, and the third one, long shoot. I want the first shoot is a close-up shoot. The second is a medium shoot, and the third is a long shoot. Then we will use timeline to manage the time of this shoot. Select the close shoot. Focus on the warning icon. The virtual camera wants to know what to follow and what to aim. Of course, Aiden is the target to follow and look at. but the pivot of Aiden is in the position of his feet. So if the lookout target is Aiden, the widget camera will watch his feet. This is not what we want. Click the solo button. The game window will show what the widget camera see. Once the widget camera has followed the target, his position will locate at 0, 0 and -10 relative to the target. Move the widget camera to the front of Aiden and raise it. We find it look at Aiden's feet, but we want to look at Aiden's head. So we need to change the target to Aiden's head. Expand Aiden object. In his children, find a game object in the head position, then create an empty game object. Name close shoot aim point, and change the lookout object to the close shoot aim point. Now the close shoot widget camera is looking at the Aiden's head. Okay, let's go to play mode. Please feel the feeling of following and aiming. You can see that our virtual camera moves with Aiden with a very nature shaken. This nice nature feeling of falling and aiming. You can continue to play with these values to get other special lens feeling. Let's compare with a default camera. Add a game window. One is for the close shoot virtual camera, another for the rear camera. Create a default camera in the hierarchy and change the target display to display 2. One of the game window is also changed to display 2. Copy the close shoot camera's transfer information and paste to new camera. Now the new camera has the same position with close shoot camera. Drag the new camera onto Aiden and become Aiden's child. Okay, let's take a look at the difference between the two cameras. Go to play mode. And the virtual camera has a vivid feeling. The default camera is very stiff. As we change the parameters of body and aim, we will get more interesting feeling. Okay, let's continue to make our movie clip. Delete the new camera and the game window. We don't need them anymore. For the first close-up shot, I want to see his head closer. There are two interesting parameters in the aim area I want to know, dead zone and safe zone. Drag the dead zone's width and height. Then you can see a transparent area in the middle. There is a yellow dot here. Once lookout has a target, the yellow dot will appear. So what do dead zone and the yellow dot mean? When the yellow dots move in the transparent area, the virtual camera will not continuously aim and track the target. When the yellow dot touches the blue area, the camera will aim and track target with damping. When the yellow dot touches the red area, the camera will aim and track target immediately. Okay, let's do a simple test. Select Aiden, disable the animator component, then select close shot, lock the inspect tab, and remove the falling target. Now our virtual camera will not follow target, but will aim target. Let's go to play mode. Select Aiden and gently drag him in the scene. You can see when the yellow dot moves within the transparent area, the virtual camera will not trace the target. At the same time, you can notice this value. Let's continue drag Aiden. You can find that when the yellow dot reaches the blue area, the virtual camera will aim the target until the yellow dot returns to the transparent area. At the same time, you can also feel that the falling is very smooth. I think you already know that the smoothness depends on the damping value. Let's continue to change the soft zone width and height. Let's reduce the width and height of soft zone until the soft zone disappears. Now we have only transparent area and the red area left. Go to play mode. Let's do it again. Move our Aiden. You can see that when the yellow dot touches the red area, the virtual camera will trace target immediately without smooth. Okay, quit play mode and undo changes of virtual camera. Our close shot will still follow Aiden. Unlock the inspect tab of close shot and enable Aiden's animator component. Then save our scene. Okay, let's continue to finish our clip. The close-up shot I wanted closer. Then let's go to medium shot. Click solo. The falling target of medium shot camera is Aiden. For the lookout target, we find a spy game object in Aiden's children. Create an empty game object under the spine and name it M shot. You can see that the game window has become close-up view again. Let's select medium shoot. Increase its priority from 10 to 11. Then the game window becomes to medium shoot's view. Okay, let's continue to set the aim target as M shot. And adjust the setting of medium shooting camera like dead zone and soft zone and others. You can continue playing with other parameters. For now, our medium shot camera is set up. Okay, let's continue deal with the long shot. Increase its priority from 10 to 12, and set the target for the long shot camera follow and aim. Add is steer the target to follow. We also set the aim target as aim shot. Also adjust relevant parameters such as dead zone or other parameters you want to adjust. Now we have 3 shots: close shot, medium shot, and long shot. The sequence of these 3 shots will be determined by the timeline. So let's create a game object and name it timeline. Then click Window, Sequence, Timeline, and click Create button. This will create a playable file. Drag the timeline window to the bottom of Unity Editor. Lock the timeline panel. Drag the close shot game object and drop into the timeline. And click Add Clip with Cinemachine track. You can easily change the duration of the close shot by dragging the edge of the clip. Our second shot is medium shot. We also drag it to timeline. And the same for long shot. You can see that you need a Cinemachine brain here. The brain is attached to the main camera. So let's drag the main camera to here. Now you can see the sequence of the 3 shots. Okay, let's watch in the play mode. Adam is walking alone on Mars. Where does he coming from? And where is he going? You can blend the cameras and the camera switch will be smooth. Let's take a look. For now, I don't like this way. I prefer clean switching. I want to add some background sound to the scene. So let's find a window audio clip, drag it into the hierarchy, and enable the loop. Finally, it's time to enjoy our film. Congratulations! You have made your first step toward a great director. Let's continue play with Cinemachine. In order to make it easy for us to watch the animation clip, we switch the working animation of Aiden to the timeline, so that we can see the animation without entering the play mode. We only need to drag the timeline to see the animation result. Select Aiden and drag him to the timeline. Add animation track for him. Right-click track. Select Add from Animation Clip. Select Aiden Walk. Now you can see Aiden's position has changed. Click Aiden's animation track. Select the move icon in the inspector panel. And then adjust Aiden to appropriate position in the scene. Now we just need to drag the white line of timeline per head to see Aiden walking. Change the length of Aiden's walking animation clip to make him walk longer. It's much more convenient now. We can quickly observe the walking animation of Aiden without entering play mode. What I'm going to do is put a stone next to Aiden in the mid-shoot. Let's find a stone prefab on the Mars Landscape 3D. Drag one of them into our scene. Adjust its orientation so that it blocks the view of medium shot at some time. When the medium shot can't see Aiden because of the stone, I hope another spare camera can see Aiden. Now it's time for another cool virtual camera coming to stage. Let's create a clear shot camera. After creating the clear shot camera, we see that it contains a child virtual camera. We will use the clear shot instead of the medium shot. So drag the medium shot clip to the side and drag the clear shot game object into the timeline. Drag the medium shot game object onto the clear shot game object. The clear shot has 2 virtual cameras as children. Now we have replaced the medium shot with the clear shot. For the virtual camera 1, set the follow target as Aiden and aim target as the close shot aim point. Adjust the virtual camera 1 to a position where the Aiden is viewed from his back. Select clear shot game object. There is a warning icon here. It says some cameras do not have collider extension. Obviously, the medium shot do not have a collider extension. Select the virtual camera 1. Copy the Cinemachine collider component and paste to medium shot. Now the warning is gone. You can see that the priority of virtual camera 1 is 10. and the priority of medium shot is 11. This means that the virtual camera won't work unless medium shot can't see Adam. You can see that when Adam is blocked by a rock, it automatically switches to virtual camera 1. When Adam can see by medium shot again, it will switch back to medium shot camera because it has higher priority than virtual camera 1. The clear shot is really useful. You can also add more virtual cameras, as long as you remember that it determines which camera is active by priority and whether it's blocked. Let's look at the Cinemachine Collider component. A ray cast is emitted from virtual camera to Adam. Once the ray is blocked by the rock, clear shot will intelligently find the next camera that can see Adam and has a higher priority. Let's rename the children of clear shot. For ease of observation, I'd like to use priority as his suffix. Let's drag the edge of Adam walk clip to make him walk longer, and duplicate the rock. You may have noticed that the stone has a mesh collider. If without a collider component, the rock can't really block the virtual camera. Now Adam will be blocked by rock twice, so that we can understand clear shot more convenient. Let's adjust the length of the clips in timeline. Delete the older medium shot clip, then save our scene. Let's enjoy our film again. Let's continue to have fun with Cinemachine Collider. Let's mute the first Cinemachine track. Then let's create a new virtual camera. Select timeline and lock the timeline panel. Rename the new virtual camera to virtual camera 5_play Cinemachine Collider. The follow target is still Adam, and the aim target is the close shot aim point. Drag it into the timeline and create a new Cinemachine track. The Cinemachine brain is still the main camera. Adjust the length of the clip, then adjust the location of virtual camera 5 to get a better view. Go to the bottom of the Cinemachine virtual camera component. We can add extension functions to this virtual camera. What I'm going to add is a Cinemachine Collider. Then our Cinemachine Collider component has attached to our virtual camera. You can see there is a avoid obstacles. Back to medium shot camera, you find that the avoid obstacles was unchecked. Let's see how this component can help virtual camera avoid. It provides 3 avoidance strategies to ensure that the camera can see the target. By the way, give it some dead zone. Okay, let's hit the play button in the timeline. You can see that when Adam was blocked, the camera jumped in front of the rock. At the same time, we also notice that the camera is flickering. Stop play in timeline. The reason why the camera is flickering is the mesh collider of rock, because we didn't check the convex. Let's take a look again. You can see the flick disappear. Okay, this is the first avoid strategy. Put camera forward. Let's try the second one. Preserve camera height. Let's take a look. It's very similar to the first one, but the camera's height is preserved. Let's take a look at the third one. Preserve camera distance. You can see there is a yellow line. It shows how the camera looks for a new angle to keep the target in view. Okay, this is Cinemachine Collider. Let's continue to have fun with other virtual cameras. What is dolly camera with track? A picture is worth 1,000 words. Please look at the picture. And you can extend the understanding that we don't even need a real track. We can easily create a dolly camera with Cinemachine. Back to Unity before we create dolly camera. I want to mute the Cinemachine track of virtual camera 5. Click Cinemachine, let's create a dolly camera with track. 2 game objects are created. One is a virtual camera, another one is dolly track. Rename the virtual camera as virtual camera _ dolly cam. Select dolly track. It's very similar to Deuterium path. To add another waypoint, we can click the plus button. Now we have number 2 waypoint. Click plus button to add more waypoint. Let's spend some time adjust the waypoint to get a nice track. Back to the dolly camera, you can see there is a path parameter. The data of path is coming from the dolly track. How does the widget camera follow the path? We need to change the path position. The position of the widget camera is limited to the path, so it don't need the target to follow, but it needs something to aim. So set the aim target as close short aim point. Click solo and drag the path position. Now you can see our camera moves along the track. Let's take a look at the position units. There are 3 display modes. I'm going to select the normalized. So 0 means the start point of the track, 1 means end. I'd like to give it some dead zone. Select the dolly camera and drag it to the timeline. Create an animation track. This animation is about the path position. Hit the red dot to record the path position. The record process is very similar to the animation system. Choose a time and set a new path position value. When we finish, click the red dot again to stop record. Select dolly camera, set the priority to 13, hit the play button in the timeline. You can see the camera moves along the track. Okay, this is dolly camera with the track. Let's take a look with play mode. Congratulations, you are becoming more and more like a professional director. Let's continue our happy study. Back to Unity, there is the out dolly in the body field. Let's check enable. It says out dolly requires a follow target. Set add-on as the follow target. Select dolly track. Let's do some changes to dolly track. Let's take a look how the out dolly works. You can see that the motion of the camera is not coherent. In the track, it will jump from one point to another. If you want some random shot, you can try the out dolly. Okay, it's time to say goodbye to the dolly camera with the track. I think you still remember that the Cinemachine is about how to follow and aim the target. For the dolly camera, the widget camera is limited to a path. For the free camera, camera is limited to a surface. Okay, back to Unity. Mute the track of dolly camera. Let's create a track group. Name it track muted. Drag all the muted track to the group. A timeline panel becoming cleaner. Let's hide all the previous widget cameras. Click Cinemachine and create a free look camera. The follow target is still add-on, and the aim target is close short aim point. You can see 3 red circle lines and a red arc line. These 4 lines draw a surface used to limit the range of movement of the camera. Please note that the camera is limited to the surface, not in the space that is drawn by these lines. If you want to adjust these lines, you can change this value here, like the height of wing and the radius of wing. And you can change the curvature of the arc line. Let's go to play mode. Now you can move your mouse up, down, left, right. Observe the change of the camera. It's really easy to create a third-person camera. You can continue to play with these parameters, like the look at or ride. We can set different aim target for these 3 circles. For now, we don't need that. Okay, let's go to play mode again. Target group camera. A camera tries to adjust the position and the form to see all the target. Back to Unity, let's create a target group camera. 2 game objects are created, a widget camera and a target group. You can see the warning icon here because the target group was not set, and the follow target and the aim target already set to the target group. Select target group game object. You can see target list is empty. Let's add some target into the list. Select add-on, then duplicate it twice. Then let's drag add-on 1, add-on 2 into the target group. Hide the original add-on. For new add-on, disable the animator component. Select which camera and adjust the position. What I'm going to do is move the add-on 1. You can see with add-ons move, the camera is also moving and adjusts the fold to keep seeing the two add-ons. So this is a function of target group camera. It's widely used in-game with two players on same screen. Select make camera and lock its panel. Let's continue move add-on 2. You can see how the camera changes in the inspector panel, the position, rotation, and the fold. If the projection of camera is orthographic, it still works. Select target group, unlock the inspect panel. You can see there is a weight parameter. We can set different weight for targets. The left is add-on 1, the right is add-on 2. If we increase the weight of add-on 1, the camera will focus more on add-on 1, and you can see add-on 2 is no longer in view. Restore the weight value to 1. Let's try the radius. With the radius increase, the size of the camera also increase. Okay, let's restore the radius to 0. Now I want to add a third add-on to the target group. Select add-on 2, duplicate it. Now we have 3 add-ons. Move them close to each other. Turn add-on 1 to face left. Also rotate add-on 2 and 3, so the 3 add-ons have different orientations. Select all the add-ons, enable the animator component. Back to the watch camera, turn up the angle of view. Select the target group, add the third add-on to the target list. Now the camera can see 3 add-ons. Because the add-on's pivot is at his feet, so we don't see their full body. Select the virtual camera, scroll down to the bottom. Increase the minimum author size. Now we can see 3 add-ons with full body. Now I want to switch the projection of my camera from orthographic to perspective. Back to virtual camera, you can see it becomes minimum fold from minimum author size. Increase minimum fold a little to see the 3 body. Okay, let's go to play mode. You can see that they are out of sight. Switch adjustment from zoom only to dolly then zoom. Now you can adjust the minimum distance. You can also change the group framing size. See this picture to understanding group framing size. If set the value to 1, the green area will cover the whole screen. All the add-ons will be at the edge of screen. Okay, go to play mode. Let's take a look again. Nice, it works fine. Increase a little dead zone. Click maximize on play. Let's go to play mode again. Cinemachine still have a lot of cool features we need to learn. Thanks for watching. See you next time.